happened with many players in the past, and I'm sure there'll be many more players in the future that will happen with as well. Just obviously a low point in my career, but obviously I'm looking to learn from it. That's one of the things in football. You've got to take something positive from every negative. I think.
Was the whole thing avoidable, do you think?
Yeah, I suppose you could say it was avoidable. Yeah, I mean everything's avoidable if you look at it from that sense. But at the time, it was just the way it panned out. It wasn't.
Overall, have you liked what you've seen about the Tony Mowbray approach and the Tony Mowbray regime?
I have so far. Yeah, I mean he's comes across a good guy. You know, good morals and things like that, and all the coaching stuff have been great so far. The training's been good. He likes to get his points across in training. I think all the boys have been very, very happy with it's gone so far.
We've already seen Tony Mowbray's 3 main signings at Wembley. What are your thoughts on the new players and the style of player that Tony Mowbray's brought in?
Well, honestly, I've been really impressed with Landry and Marco. I've not really seen much of Danny Fox, to be honest with you. But Landry, I mean, he played really well down night against Cardiff. Good for me, especially. You know, likes to get on the ball, likes to get the ball at his feet and pass forward straight away instead of first thought sideways. You know, he likes to get the ball and play forward with pace. Also Marco as well, seen what he could do last season in the Premiership, and last few days he's looked pretty sharp in the game now night against Al Ahly. He looked decent, obviously without scoring, but I think he's going to bring a lot to the team.
What are your thoughts on Friday's game at Wembley?
Overall, I thought they played very well. First couple of minutes, you know, when Al Ahly had the ball, they kept it. They couldn't get the ball off, and I thought, oh, here we go. I'm doing it at Wembley on this massive pitch. But lucky for us, we got into our stride and we played some good football, and obviously managed to get a few goals.
Do you enjoy playing against Premier League sides?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you always want to test yourself against the best. I mean, I always say that about Champions League football as well. Just now I'd say the Premiership is generally considered to be the strongest league in Europe. Premiership teams are always going to have good quality and have some middle class players, and I think Spurs have got that as well. So yeah, I'm always looking forward to playing against the best.
And from your own point of view, Aiden, as an entertainer, is that Wembley pitch, the Wembley environment, the stage, just perfect for you?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, any game you want to go into, you want to show everyone that you can do and show your talents off. And I think obviously Wembley, the sort of stage, the occasion, the stadium, and it's perfect, really.
Aiden McGeady, a good Glaswegian Irishman. Is he one that got away, George?
Definitely. I mean, he's a fantastic player, and born in Glasgow, but unfortunately many years ago he decided he wanted to play for the Republic of Ireland. But he's got cracking ability. I mean, he's a winger that can make things happen. He's so quick feet, he can go either way, he works hard, he can score goals. He had his fallout last season, but he's bounced back, and he's showed already in pre-season what a terrific talent, and he'll enjoy playing under Tony Mowbray. And I think Maloney and McGeady is going to be big factors for Celtic this season.
Well, you mentioned Sean Maloney. If McGeady isn't, Maloney is a big player for you.
Yeah, well, Sean had a few problems with hamstring problems last season. He ended up having to go to Germany to solve it. I think he's worked very hard during the summer to get himself 100% fit. He's looked lively pre-season, so that is great to see him back, firing all cylinders.
What does he give you, Sean Maloney?
Well, Sean, he prefers the left. He likes to come on his right foot, but he can also go on his left. Could score goals. Another player with very quick feet. He can take players on, put good crosses into the box, so he can drift into holes, and he showed on Friday. He's got an eye for goals as well. So he's a terrific talent. You can see his quick feet can go either way. Knocks it into his left, and he's right-footed. Again here he'll drift into space, I think. No, the shot. Again, a little back heel, confident boy. He's a winger with a lot of tricks, and he can open the door for you. And as I say, McGeady and Maloney on their day can terrorise any fullbacks in the country. So they're very much an attacking threat.
Got his big move to Aston Villa as well, south of the border. Why don't you think it worked out for him? He's not settled there, do you think?
Well, who knows? You know, the Premiership is a very tough league, and if you don't play regular, sometimes it's hard to push on. But you know, since he's come back to Celtic, you know, he did very well under no Gordon Strachan. He had these injury problems that last season, but I'm sure he's determined to have a really good season this year.
Ray, you'll have seen plenty of Georgios Samaras playing in the Premier League with Manchester City. Well, not that much of him, actually, in truth. But here he is today playing for Celtic and almost finding himself on the fringes now with the arrival of Marco Fortune. This is a big chance for him today.
It is, yes. Of course, with the Champions League coming up this week, he'll want to make a big impression to try and get into that team. But he is very much, for me, what I've seen of him is a hot and cold player. On a good day, is a handful, a real handful. He's a physical presence, he's got technical ability, and he can put himself around and cause defences problems. But the same player on another day could look disinterested, have no effect on the game whatsoever. And I think he's, again, what I've seen him against the lesser sides, he tends to look a good player. Against the better sides and better defences, they tend to get the better of him.
On a more general point, George, we've seen this summer 1 or 2 players from Scotland move south to Wigan, 1 or 2 to Burnley. What do you make of that as Scotland manager?
Well, I mean, like going to Burnley in the English Premiership, you know, there's not a better league.